Right. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Let me pull up my slides here and we will get on to our Wellness Wednesday. All right, there we go. Everybody see that okay? We're good to roll? Yeah. Okay, awesome. All right, so we're going to talk about get up and glow, simple steps to an active life. My name is Shannon Tremper. I am a doTERRA Premier and I've been loving teaching, sharing doTERRA for 8 years now. Man, time flies, you guys. It's crazy. We were introduced to doTERRA through my son, actually. He tried doTERRA at school and the rest is history, as they say. So I love it. But I want to share with you a quote I read. It says, every triumph begins with oomph. Just got to get the oomph going, right? So we're going to talk about getting your oomph going today. It's interesting when I talk to people about wellness and being more active, they often think that it's going to be this whole lifestyle change, right? That they got to overhaul their whole life. But we don't need to do that. We don't have to spend hours at the gym. It's just discovering how we personally can incorporate more movement into our life and really small changes that create bigger impact for us. So we all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's just about not about finding more time, but about making time work better for us. So we're going to get into that. So here's a little overview of some of the things we're going to talk about. We're going to start off talking about the mind-body connection. So think about how you feel when you're stressed, right? Your shoulders get tense, your breathing might get shallow, your belly might tighten up. But now think about how you feel when you're energized. Your mind is clear, your body feels light. You really feel like you can take on anything. That's the mind-body connection at work. I'll share an interesting fact about this. Research has shown that just changing our posture for 1 minute can alter our hormone levels. So standing tall versus slouching can actually affect our cortisol and our testosterone levels. So that means that how we move directly impacts how we feel, and how we feel influences how we move. It's a continuous cycle that we can use to our advantage. So we want to hack that and make the most of it. So some key things to keep in mind is our minds and bodies are in constant communication. Our morning routine can lower our stress levels, and essential oils really work in harmony with this through smell and touch. And movement combined with the oils can lead to our overall wellness. So we're going to talk about different ideas on how to do that. Most of you know that oils are very potent and such a powerful ally for us. It only takes 22 seconds for the oils that we smell to reach our brain. 2 minutes, it's found in our whole bloodstream, and within 20 minutes, it's affecting every cell in our body. So these aren't just pleasant scents. This is about really using natural solutions to support our overall well-being in this whole process. So let's talk about morning routine enhancements. There's a lot of things that we can do to make our mornings better, and we're going to get into that. The first hour is really key. We want to focus on that. So some simple things about waking up and setting the tone for the entire day. You can start by putting your alarm, if it's a clock, if it's your phone, across the room. That simple change is going to force you to get out of bed. And sometimes getting out of bed is just the hardest part, right? So get up, go turn off the alarm. That makes it impossible for you to hit the snooze. And then from there, we can move forward. And the other great thing about having it across the room or somewhere where you have to move to go get it is that it triggers your body's natural wake up mechanism. So that movement combined with the oils like this joyful blend that I have on the screen can really signal to your body that it's time to get up and get going with the day. Here's some simple things you can do. 3 deep breaths while you're doing an overhead reach. You can do this while you're still in bed. Feeling your rib cage expand while you're taking those breaths. That's going to oxygenate your body and your mind. It's all about being mindful in what we're doing. Some gentle side stretches. So lengthening the movement, whether your arms are overhead or to your sides, this wakes up your spine. You want to really notice how your body feels differently from side to side as you're moving, and take notice of your body, read its signals. Keep the movements, gentle and exploratory, and keep in mind not to overdo it. As the big thing, especially when you're waking up. And then, of course, famous shoulder rolls, right? Can do those all the time. You can do those while you're sitting here now. Many of us carry our tension right here in our shoulders, right? Carry the weight of the world. So these rolls can release some of that overnight stiffness as we're waking up. And again, this is about just moving slowly and mindfully and keeping your neck stable. I work for a chiropractor, can you tell? And then when you get off the bed, 30 seconds of marching in place. This gets your blood flowing, starts warming up your muscles, and signals to your body that it's time to get moving. And if you're a person who's going to do exercise in the morning, this is a great start to kind of get into that mode of movement. And we'll talk a little bit here about using wild orange or other citruses like our Joyful Blend. Those citrus aromas are so powerful for energizing your space. 4 to 5 drops can create a really uplifting environment that makes you want to get going and sets a positive tone really for a whole day. And you want to pay attention to this also. We're being mindful, right? So notice how the aroma energizes your movement. Keep those things all connected. And then one of the things that I always do is keep a deep blue stick next to my bed. Morning and night, it gets used. So this is perfect for when you first wake up if you're feeling stiff anywhere, especially if those shoulders are still bad. And of course, we love the stick because it has a copaiba in it and we don't have to touch it, right? So we don't have to worry about that deep blue scent lingering on our hands throughout the morning. And this is also beautiful for targeted areas. So if you have somewhere else in your body that's giving you discomfort, hitting it with some deep blue out of the stick straight out of the gate can bring relief for the whole day. So we're going to talk then about transforming our regular routine. And here's where everyday tasks can work harder for us. Every morning activity can become an opportunity for movement and energy creation. And I don't want you to be overwhelmed. These are just suggestions. You don't have to do them all, but they're simple things that we can add. So when you're brushing your teeth, turn on some music and walk in place or do knee raises, whatever you're coordinated enough to do while you're brushing your teeth without hurting yourself. 2 minutes of brushing becomes 2 minutes of movement. Skincare. Do mini twists while your moisturizer is absorbing, or shoulder rolls while you're washing your face. All these movements enhance circulation, and your beauty routine becomes an energy routine. And coffee prep. If you're a coffee drinker, you can make that time count too. So while your coffee's brewing, use the counter to do push-ups. We call those coffee brew ups. This strengthens your arms and your core and makes waiting time more productive. And the coffee becomes a reward for your movement. So now let's jump into MetaPower because we can't talk about movement and energy without MetaPower, right? First of all, we have to give hats off to Mito 2 Max. We love this. This is one of my absolute favorite supplements in the whole doTERRA line. Mito 2 Max supports the production of clean ATP, which fuels our bodies, helps us feel sustained, and gives you that natural energy. I love to take this in the morning, as most of you probably do, because it keeps your energy levels going throughout the day. It's also an option to take one in the afternoon if you tend to get an afternoon slump. It's a great choice over having that second cup of coffee, reaching for something else caffeinated to get you going. And especially it helps you avoid using those notorious energy drinks. So you're not going to have to worry about the jitters. You're not going to have to worry about all those side effects that you get from other things that you take for energy. And then when we're talking about Advantage, we want to use that for daily support for our whole system. There's protocols, of course, in place. A lot of people love to start with their Advantage right away in the morning. So while you're taking your Advantage, make sure you're standing tall. Make yourself like a tree. This reinforces good posture, builds body awareness, and also creates a mind connection between your mind and using supplements. And then, of course, we love MetaPower oil. Applying it to our bodies is super beneficial. A lot of people use it for dry brushing. So if you're a dry brusher, you can put the oil on and then use this to do your lymphatic movements, or you can just apply it straight up wherever you're trying to combat things that you don't like on your body. And doing, like, if you're applying it to your stomach area, then doing core rotations is going to make the oil and your body energy work synergistically together to get more out of your oils. We want to make them work harder for us. And also creating that mind-body connection again. Let's see. You can also do some enhanced benefits by other movements when you're putting the oils on. So if you're applying them to your legs, again, do some knee lifts, do some stretches, all those things. Choose a sequence that matches the energy that you're trying to get. And remember, doing something is always better than doing nothing. Okay, let's talk about wake up flows. There's always sequences that we can do to help us get the most out of our morning movements. So here's 3 that we're going to suggest if you want to take a screenshot of this or write them down to pick one that you want to apply. There's the wake up flow. That's perfect for gentle awakening. So that's going to be marching for 20 seconds, arm circles for 20 seconds, knee lifts for 20 seconds, each movement flowing into the next. And you're going to want to repeat that up to 3 times so that you get a full 2 minutes of movement. We're shooting for 2 minutes of movement here, little 2-minute chunks. The second choice is the energy builder. This is a more vigorous, builds energy faster. That's 10 wall push-ups, 10 knee lifts, and 10 arm reaches. This is also a strengthening choice. So it's over time going to slowly build up your strength. And then the third option is gentle stretches. So this is perfect if you're a person, especially who wakes up with tight muscles. So you're going to do standing cat cows, shoulder blade squeezes, and spinal twist. All good choices, all set a positive tone for your day. And these are foundational to getting your body awake so that you carry the energy throughout the day. Maintaining our energy can be a challenge. So this is just about finding time to get movement in so that we get that energy going, getting our engine started, so to speak. Now, there's a surprising statistic that I read that sitting for long periods of time can negate up to 60 minutes of exercise. I was like, come on, you work so hard, right? If you do go to the gym to get that 60 minutes of exercise and just sitting here, I'm like blowing it. Don't tell me that, but that's what they say. So we want to make sure that we're not sitting for long periods of time so we don't negate our hard work. The good news is if you're breaking up your sitting time with even 2 minutes, again, 2 minutes of movement, you can maintain your metabolic rate throughout the day. So let's talk about some ways to get these 2-minute opportunities in. So if you're a person who works, there's workspace movements, standing phone calls, turn every call into a movement opportunity, walk while you talk, even if it's in a small space. Movement actually helps you focus. So there's benefits to that movement too. Remember 30-minute standing intervals. So set a reminder on your phone if you need to stand up every half an hour if you're a person who sits on their job. If you have the opportunity to use a stand to sit desk, those are awesome because you can continue to work. I have one of those and I absolutely love it. But you don't have to go out and buy one. You can create one just by stacking books and, a board or something so that you have the opportunity to stand up while you work and make that alternation. Standing video meetings. So you could be listening to me right now. And if you're at home, stand up, do some stretches, whatever you need to do. And especially if your camera's off, it's a perfect time to listen and get extra movement in. And then if you're sitting, we can even make that count, ankle circles or doing the alphabet with your foot. That keeps the blood flowing while you're focused on other tasks. And another suggestion is a balance board. If you know what that is, I have one of those that we use at the office. We'll use it even when we're standing up. And the interesting thing is when you're doing a balance board or something along that line, it actually helps you focus more because your body is engaged on balancing you. It's a very cool thing how our bodies work. And the other thing is if you're still sitting, you can also add a half calf raise under your desk just to get a little movement there. Okay, so when we're at home, let's talk about kitchen integrations. The kitchen is actually one of our best opportunities for movement. Think about it. We visit the kitchen regularly throughout the day, right? So I like to call it kitchen choreography. Make every kitchen visit count. So again, we're talking about countertop push-ups. So if you're warming up something in the microwave, do some push-ups during that time. Adjusting the angle can make it, more difficult or more different muscles in your arms. Even a few repetitions, if it's 30 seconds while something warms up, it all adds up throughout the day. While you're doing dishes, you can do calf raises. Stacking your dishes, can be strength work. Adding balance can be a challenge. Again, this is where you could use the balance board while you're standing at the sink, and stretch, stretch out while you're reaching for things, make it count. And while you're cooking, so you're standing at the stove and you're working on dinner, do some side to side stretches, reach tall over your head, gentle twists, all these things make cooking an active experience. And then again, we'll talk a little more about MetaPower. Here's where MetaPower can come in as our secret weapon. Of course, we want to take our, I just forgot which one we take for our blood level. Advantage and my brain
Assist.
froze up. Which one?
Assist. The assist.
Assist. Thank you, Amy.
You're
Yes.
welcome.
So take your assist 20 minutes before your biggest meals. That's going to help control your blood sugar spikes, which definitely affects your energy levels. The other thing is when you take your advantage in the morning, or if you're like me and you take it in the evening, it's great for a walk after that to get it working in your system, and your also will help rev your metabolism. Movement always enhances absorption of our supplements, so keep that in mind. And create a routine that your body recognizes. So a lot of people have a really hard time remembering to take their assist, but if you set it somewhere consistently, first of all, where you see it, right? And then you do it repeatedly, your body will actually learn to just crave that and do what it needs to do to help you. And then, of course, there's the beadlets that we had shown on the previous slide. Those are great for an instant boost. So they're going to support your body with energy during activity, and they're so portable and convenient. I love to keep them in my purse. Even if you're driving and you're having a hard time staying awake, you can always pop one of the beadlets that has a quarter drop of the oil in it. And again, the MetaPower oil is great for stretching. So if you're going to do some stretches, again, put the oil on so you get that mind-body connection and the aromatic benefits of it. And it will help create in your brain a positive association between movement and how you feel. So you're retraining your body, right? We love that. Let's stack our habits so it's easier for us to do the good things for ourselves. So those are a lot of daily integration tips. We'll talk about a few more. You want to set up reminders in your phone. Like I said before, use your phone to your advantage. We have it with us pretty much all the time. So set a reminder once an hour to do something movement. Link movement with your regular activities. Make it social. So invite your colleagues. If you need to do a meeting at work, do a walking meeting. If it's really cold out like it is here in Wisconsin right now, walk around your office. But if you can actually go outside and not freeze to death, then we suggest going outside and doing those meetings. Even if it's sometimes at my office, we'll just walk around the parking lot while we discuss stuff, just so you can get some sunlight for energy and also that movement for energy. Both will benefit you. And then, share movement breaks with your family. Take a family walk after dinner. If you need it, and most of us do, get an accountability partner that's going to check in with you once a day or in the morning or at night and be like, did you get some movement in today? How did it go? How do you feel? And track your own progress. Notice how your energy improves as you do these things. Those little 2-minute energy builders will create in your body energy that is sustainable over time, and you'll notice a difference. And celebrate the small victories. You remembered to get up and go to the cooler and get more water and put some MetaPower in it and do some ankle circles under your desk. Hey, that's a win. Celebrate that. Enjoy those moments. And those things are all going to help you build successful habits. Now, I love this screen too, because it talks about different things you can do, your chair squats, your seated core twists, your desk push-ups. When you guys first came on, you might have heard me playing some music. I like to put on some music and do some dancing in my chair, right? If I can't get up maybe and dance around the office, but I can always dance in my chair when nobody's looking. So get those little breaks in, make them as fun as you can. Now, our energy levels, we think about getting in during the day, but it really starts the night before with our sleep, right? So sleep hygiene is also key to setting us up for a good energy flow the next day. And the way we end our day is just as important as the way we start it. So we want to think about creating a evening routine, which is a bridge between our activity and our rest. And this is where our Serenity products come in and really are essential to making a good transition. Our bodies want to follow a natural circadian rhythm. So we want to help that, support those rhythms so that our sleep quality is better. And so this is where we can combine some mindful movement with essential oils. And that's going to help us get quality sleep, not just quantity. So let's talk a little bit about Serenity. Of course, we have our oil blend that we love, 4 to 5 drops in your diffuser, 30 minutes before bed is going to help set the stage, create that calming atmosphere that we all need. And they chose the components in these oil blends and products very specifically to help us wind down. Of course, we love our Serenity complex soft gels. Those, of course, have the tart cherry. There we go. My brain always wants to go the wrong way on that, which has really made a huge difference for a lot of us in how that product works for us. It is really key. You want to take one of these again about 30 minutes before you're ready for bed, and it's going to help support that natural sleep cycle. And a lot of people have found with taking it that they don't wake up as often during the night as well. So that's a huge part of getting quality sleep. And Deep Blue again, keeping it by your bedside. This is a great time to incorporate this again. If you've been on your feet a lot or you did work out and you have any areas that are hurting, you're going to want to apply Deep Blue to help reduce your discomfort so that your sleep quality is better. It's perfect if you're doing some kind of stretching before bed to also apply the Deep Blue to really help those muscles stretch out and relax. And it can become part of your bedtime ritual, and really then you get that soothing mind-body connection again between the Deep Blue. So you don't want to exercise necessarily right before bed, but some things you can do in the evening when it's getting closer to bedtime is take a little 10-minute stroll. That's going to help with digestion and relaxation. And it's a perfect time to reflect on your day, maybe, and think about what needs to be done tomorrow. And I will suggest, if you're someone like me and you have a million things that you're doing, write them down. Keep a notepad even by your bed if you need to. Unload that from your brain so that you can actually relax, and it's there. You can deal with it in the morning. Also, we're going to talk about blue light time, right? So we're all very notorious for being on our phones right up until the minute we drop off on the pillow. And that is not helping us get good sleep. So if you can, please set your devices aside for 30 to 60 minutes before you're going to go to bed. Reduce that blue light exposure. If you need to be on a device, put it on a setting where it reduces that. But just try to create a clean, relaxing mental space so that you can actually rest and allow your mind to naturally wind down. I have a friend who's known as a sleep ninja, and she has very strict criteria from her studies. One of them is that the optimal temperature in your room for sleeping is 65 to 68 degrees. She also will tell you to wear socks. I have a really hard time sleeping with socks on, but when I can get myself to do it, I do find a difference. So maybe try it and let us know what you think. Of course, a dark room, you want to reduce the lights, and a clean, decluttered space helps you feel calmer. So if you can keep your bedroom at least that way where you're sleeping, that's ideal. And overall, you just want to create that sleep sanctuary. So your body goes in there and it naturally starts to unwind because it knows what's going to happen. And we were talking a little bit about preparing for tomorrow. So making that list so that you can leave it till the next day. Lay out your workout clothes so you're easier to get into them, to get working out. If you're going to the gym, going to Zumba, whatever you're going to do. Put your wild orange right by your bed, or if you're going to do that joyful blend, have it maybe mixed up with a dropper bottle so it's easy for you to drop in your diffuser right out of the gate in the morning. Have your water bottle there so you're ready to get those drinks, the liquids into you in the morning. I would also suggest that you have the recharge electrolytes right there. First thing in the morning, you want to get a solid 8 ounces in those electrolytes in your body to get your body moving and working well so that your cells are firing well. Set your Advantage capsules out. And really what we're doing is we're removing any morning barriers to getting our day going. And again, don't forget, if you're a snooze button person, put that alarm clock across the room. So before I wrap up, I just want to share some important things about creating a plan. So this would be your chance to really think about a couple small things that you could do throughout your day to impact it in a profound way. I'm not talking about overhauling your life. It's just small, sustainable changes that can really add up to significant results. So write down one morning sequence, and then try to incorporate that maybe while you're putting on your moisturizer or something like that, simple. And then choose 3 daily movement tasks, including taking your supplements, making sure you get that Mito2 Max in there for your energy. And then just one evening wind down thing that you can do that's different than what you're doing now. If it's reading and that helps you unwind, then do it in a good old fashioned book instead of something that's blue light. Reading your Bible, saying your prayers, all those things help our bodies calm down so that we get the sleep to build energy for the next day. Okay, and that's about all. I appreciate you guys being here today. I hope there was some key takeaways and you found a couple of those little 2-minute ideas to grab and use in your everyday life. So thank you for coming, and we will see you next week.
Great job, Shannon.
Oh,
Thank you,
thanks. I can't
Shannon.
find the record button to stop this.
I
Thank
really
you.
learned a lot that's going to help me.
Hospital stays
With
and
soul
doctor
body.
office visits.
I'm Amy's
Good.
mother.
Deductible for each.
Love
And
it.
then
Okay, thank you.
for 20%
You're
off.
welcome. Let me turn this
Hey,
off.